am now 1 year today. I know what you're thinking, Haley, you're obviously not a 1-year-old. I know, I'm 1 year sober from alcohol. I didn't do drugs anyway, so yes, I made it a year. I just wanted to give a little bit of my backstory journey, if I can inspire one person, but seriously, my life was a living hell for the past couple years of my own doing, if you want to look at it that way, or because I had an addiction problem and it's a disease and it's not my fault, but the hiding got very exhausting. The sneaking and thinking you were so smart. My house was riddled with White Claws hidden in random places. I was an isolated drinker, so I was at home drinking all the time. I wasn't out partying and doing all that, but like, I feel like isolated drinking is partially the worst because you tell yourself, I was telling myself, I'm at home. Like, my parents can't be mad. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm at home. But that's so bad. I would just drink until I fell asleep and then wake up and drink, and every single day was a party, like by myself or with my ex. Also, alcoholics find each other. So we would all text each other, oh my God, I'm so hungover. Let's go get brunch and be cute. It was just to get alcohol. And in my career, as I guess a freelancer where you don't have a place to be every day, you have to make your own schedule or you go crazy. I didn't do that, so I was just partying when I didn't have a job. And when I had those jobs and would go to set, because I somehow was still booking stuff, even though I looked terrible, I was shaking, I was sweating, and they're like, Haley, why are you so sweaty? I'm like, I don't know. And so because I was still working and booking jobs, it was stagnant, but it was like money. I was like, I don't have a problem. I can keep doing this. Everyone loves me. I'm amazing. And like waking up and seeing 500 missed calls on your phone from Postmates and Uber Eats and DoorDash, being like, I'm here with all these other Door Dashers and we can't get in the building, and then like hundreds of dollars of food like every other night. And if I did get it, I would eat it all and not remember eating it. And as a model, that was not good. And just as a person, because I was getting like pizza and like nachos, and that doesn't make your body thrive. It was an addiction, and I would dread seeing my family, even though I moved home to Portland to be close to them, because I couldn't drink with them because they're sober. I would get to set or I'd get to my family's house and I was counting down the minutes till I could go home and drink. And that was like, that sucked. I love my family, I love my career, and I was hating it because all I wanted to do was go home and drink. So anyway, I was in a depressive circle, gaining weight. I also think I actually am allergic to alcohol because in those photos, like, the roundness is like in my eyes and I'm just puffy, and maybe it was just because I was drinking so much, but I don't know. And the reason I stopped was actually for an ex. We were drinking a lot together, and then one day he decided to quit, and so I decided to quit. And I did all the AA stuff and everything, and it was pretty easy for me to quit. Like, I just stopped craving it because immediately my life got 100,000 times better. Career went up, relationships, family, my outlook on life. I wake up every single day so happy and ready to get the day. Every single day before, I was waking up like, oh, what did I do last night? What did I post? What did my mom text me that I did wrong? And one of these quotes is like my favorite thing ever. Dax Shepard said it. I don't know where it came from, but it's, in my drinking phase, I was always bored and looking for the next thing, which is true. Like, you're drinking and you're like, let's go find a party. Where are we going next? What are we gonna do? Where are we gonna get more alcohol? And it was always like, where do we go next? You couldn't have fun in the moment. So when you're drinking, you're always bored, and I have never been bored in sobriety. That is so true. I could be sitting here doing diddly squat and I'm like not bored because I'm always doing something good for myself, which is not drinking. And it's not all about career, but now that I'm sober and like never bored, I'm constantly just like working and happy and emailing, and wasn't doing that before. I was a little punk. And somehow I should have been on the streets somewhere, but my parents cared enough to like talk to me about it and sit me down. When you're an alcoholic, no one can make you stop. Absolutely not. It took my brain to do it. Like, people go to rehab and they come out and they drink because you can't force somebody. And let's get this straight, I am not preaching to you. If you enjoy wine, if you go out with your friends, if you party, I'm not like, your life would be so much better without alcohol. No, if you're not an alcoholic, you can enjoy the alcohol. I can't. I have one drink, I will be drinking for the next year, and until I have some horrible thing happen and whatever. But yeah, anyway, I just don't want you guys to think that I am like, don't drink alcohol, your life will get better. I had a lot of issues I had to deal with in my own head. Alcoholism kind of stems from whatever is within you. And I discovered myself. I have never felt more myself. I haven't ever been more successful, and my life doesn't include alcohol. But if you think you're struggling, like, no one can tell you or make you do it, but just think about it. Think about it in reality. If your life is getting away from you and you keep telling yourself like, oh, I'll stop when I want, I'm young, and like look inward a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this is kind of to celebrate myself. I've never really told you guys about my alcoholism, and thought I'd be a little open today. If you have any questions or whatever, talk to me. I am an open book. Anyway, I love you, and I'm going to go now, eat my cake.